Deadly terror attack and the motive behind it. Bring in Ryan Mauro. He's a security analyst at the Clarion project. Ryan, you say there's a narrative that's emerging over the last 24 hours that, in your opinion, is inaccurate when we're looking to explain the motivation of these terrorists. Explain that to us.
Right. Everyone's focusing on the fact that this was targeting cartoonists, as if the cartoons were so offensive that it forced these terrorists to lash out in this way. But the way the jihadists think like this is whether they were going after cartoonists or whether they were going after another target, there was always going to be a target. And really what it emanates from is not from being offended, because this newspaper also made fun of Catholics. It emanates from this ideology that says that according to our belief system, things like this are so illegal under Sharia that you are to retaliate violently against it in order to make Western societies conform to their belief system of Sharia.
So how do you make sure that they don't win in that endeavor, the terrorists?
Don't censor yourself. Recognize that this attack is a means to an end. The victory for them isn't the attack itself. The victory comes when we censor ourselves, because they are not powerful enough to enforce their form of Sharia governance upon us. But what they can do is intimidate us into implementing it on ourselves. So that's the objective here.
Of course, there's fear involved in terrorism, which is why we call it terror. And there's a host of different media outlets, ours included. We're not showing the cartoons for a variety of different reasons. So what about that? The realistic part of this, that there is a danger associated with doing what this newspaper did.
Right. There is, but at the same time, you can't appease them. Recognize what the terrorists are trying to achieve. They believe that this type of conduct, this type of cartoon should be banned, and since they can't ban it on our societies, they're trying to attack us so that we just ban it ourselves. And so we don't want to vindicate ideology by saying, yes, these type of jihadi attacks work. That's where the victory comes for them.
So, well, how would you advise officials in France on how to handle this? They have the largest Muslim population in Europe. What is the right way to approach the Muslim community? What's the right way to handle this moving forward as this search for these two terrorists is ongoing?
Well, there's a few different things that have to happen. First of all, if individuals in Europe want to give a gift to Al-Qaeda, then they're going to go after the Muslim community as a whole. Don't do that. That's what they want. But most importantly, you have to embrace those imams that not just oppose Al-Qaeda, but want to call for a change in the ideology, the underpinning for all of this, that says it is perfectly acceptable in our societies to be offended at something, but you don't have to engage in violence, and you don't have to believe in implementing Sharia governance.
Let me take this in a little different direction, because we're still not exactly sure of the ties of these two individuals, about if they were even officially, quote unquote, involved with Al-Qaeda or ISIS. It looks like Al-Qaeda at this point. You say there's a tension going on between ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and that is something we should watch if we're watching for what's coming next. What is that?
Right, both ISIS and Al-Qaeda are kind of engaging in sort of a jihadist Olympics, where they're each trying to outdo each other. And so ISIS was overshadowing Al-Qaeda, and Al-Qaeda was looking like a bunch of has-beens. If this attack truly is connected to Al-Qaeda in Yemen, as the attackers claim it was, then that means that Al-Qaeda basically walked away with the gold medal, because ISIS has been instigating attacks by individuals that radicalize and then just go and attack someone with an axe or something like that. But what Al-Qaeda can now do is say, no, we're actually dispatching operatives from places like Yemen. We're training them, engaging in sophisticated attacks. We're still number one.
So the competition is dangerous.
Absolutely.
Ryan, great to see you. Thank you so much for your insights. We appreciate it very much. John?
The president is